Now, what if I told you that you can rid yourself of messes forever? Now, I know messes can be extremely overwhelming and they can make us feel stressed, hard to focus. We can get cranky and frustrated with our families, even if we are partially to blame. Now, let me assure you though, you can actually get a clean and tidy home forever so that you can relax and enjoy that home. No stress from your home anyway. Now, stay tuned. Hey friends, I'm Robyn. I help overwhelmed people simplify their lives so that they can start living them. All right, grab your tea and let's go. Okay, so we all understand that messes are awful. And sometimes we act like they don't bother us, but they probably do. Studies have actually shown that messes and clutter can actually prevent us from relaxing, especially for women. Now, when I first heard that, that blew my mind because I was like, oh my gosh, that is what it is. Clutter in particular could be what is driving the whole thing regarding why keeping your home clean is hard. Let me give you a bit of a background for me and how messes were affecting me. Now, when my kids were 5, 3, and 1, I went back to nursing school. Before I went back, I found that the house was hard to keep clean, but I had more time to work on it. It was still hard to keep clean. We were always shoving toys into drawers. We were trying to organize things all the time, and we could not figure out why we couldn't keep our house clean. Well, once I was in school, there was much less time, and so we decided we were going to hire house cleaners. But we still had trouble keeping the house clean because we had to clean before the house cleaners came. We would move piles around and we would shove things in drawers, and of course the drawers were overflowing. So once the house cleaners left, the house looked clean, but really deep down it wasn't, because the drawers were then full of random things and it was just a big mess. Now, once I was actually nursing and working in the emergency department, things got really bad. I would come home from some pretty traumatic days at work and I would just want a place of peace to recharge in and to recover. I wanted to sit down with my family, but instead I just came home to a messy house and it just made me more stressed. And I couldn't relax, and it was just becoming a serious problem for me and my family. I would get mad at them for not cleaning more, and we would just shuffle things around, and we were trying to make the piles look clean, but honestly, you just can't make clutter look clean. So we realized how much clutter was affecting us and making it hard to keep the house clean. So we decided to start decluttering. And as we started decluttering, we really enjoyed how it started to look a little bit cleaner. Then we started to go towards minimalism. I like to call it reasonable minimalism. I like to be really intentional about what we keep and about what we buy. We don't go extreme, but we are really careful about what we keep. We slowly started decluttering things and the piles started disappearing, which was great. And you know, the amazing thing is they stopped reappearing. Now, we removed a lot from the kitchen, and this girl loves to cook. We went through all of the drawers slowly and we removed anything that we didn't use. We removed any extra clothes and any extra toys. We even removed some extra furniture, because here's the thing. Once you start decluttering, you will have extra furniture around because you're not filling it with things. I'll get into more of that in a second though. So you see, all of these extra things end up in and around your house. But once you start decluttering these things from your drawers and your closets, you will have space for the things that you use and that you want to keep. So you don't have homeless items floating around your home. Have you ever walked by like your desk or countertop and been like, that has been sitting there for a really long time. Why is that sitting there? I know where that goes, or better yet, why do I even own this? So to make things easier, I decluttered a checklist that I used to declutter my whole house, and I will link it below. Now, the very first question on this checklist is, does this add value to my life? And are the items that you are keeping something that you use? Are they things that you like? And why do you like them? So I always like to use the paintings in my house as an example. Now, we don't use them, but we like them. And I stop and I look at them sometimes and I really enjoy them. They add value to my life. Another example of something that I've kept would be my apple core peeler. I use it when I am making apple pie, and that sucker is handy because it just makes it such an easier job. It doesn't take up a lot of space, And again, like I said, we're intentional about what we keep. We are reasonable minimalists. We don't go extreme. We don't get rid of everything, but we make sure that we use what we keep. See, like I said, the most important question is, does it add value to your life? You really need it to add value to your life. Now, once you start removing all of the extra things, you will notice that it is naturally just getting cleaner. You see, the problem with trying to keep your house clean when you have clutter is that you can never be clean, or it can never stay clean. And if you manage to cram enough things in enough cupboards, you still have a bunch of things in a bunch of cupboards. And what if you don't have enough storage and you keep buying storage? Crammed cupboards and closets are not clean, like I said. Don't get me wrong, I'm not judging you. I used to be there. I used to think bins and cupboards were the key to cleanliness. More storage, I would say to my subjects. Husband, I need more storage. IKEA, here we come. Now, there are a few problems with this, because the more storage that you have, the more you want to fill it in. The storage will often become messy and disorganized. And if we are not removing things, the bulk will just continue to grow and grow. And the thing is, it's hard to find things. I had a student in the past, and she kept buying new things because she didn't realize the things that she actually had in storage. And you also might buy new things and need to get more storage because you can't find a spot for your new things. And once you run out of space, you will start piling things anywhere that you can. And then your surfaces will be covered in things, and then life is out of control. Now, I think you're probably noticing a trend here. Once you declutter, your house is vastly easier to clean. See, for me, I still deal with kitchen mess in the morning. I still have to feed my kids, but then we throw everything in the dishwasher, turn it on, and then wipe the counters. Easy. I can then spend 5 minutes returning random things that my kids or my husband or myself have left around the house. Now, it's the same thing at the end of the day. The kids clean the kitchen. I mean, they try to clean the kitchen anyway. They do okay. I mean, we're training them. And then we can all make sure that the backpacks are in the closet and the laundry is folded and put away and the kitchen is tidy. So for keeping the house clean, I combine minimalism and a clean mama / fly lady hybrid cleaning system. And my house still feels like it cleans itself. Okay, it doesn't exactly clean itself, but it's so much easier to keep clean than before. And actually, I'm going to make a video soon about my clean mama / fly lady system. I've had a lot of people who have requested a video about that. Now, a decluttered house with small bits of cleaning every day, and you can say goodbye to stressing about cleaning. Now, to learn how to start decluttering and minimalism, check this video here. And this video here is my comparison between Clean Mama and Fly Lady. All right, I will see you in the next video. Take care.